right, hello folks. This is kind of a real quick put together video, but I had to do something. It's been a while since I've shot anything. This summer kind of got really busy for me, but we have our Royal Enfielder up here. He has the new Himalayan 450, and we don't have any of the bikes yet. So this is my first time seeing it in person, and actually the first time I'll be able to ride it. So let's do a quick walk around. Now this is a liquid cooled 452 cc bike. The fit and finish on it, let's start there. It looks really nice. Royal Enfield has been going in the right direction for years now, and I don't think that they're quite top notch compared to other things out there, but when you consider the price point, they're definitely very nice. I mean, switch gear feels nice. Everything feels really good. The overall look of the bike, you know, the welds, all that stuff, it looks really nice. It looks very well put together, very high-end and premium overall. Seat-wise, again, I haven't ridden it yet, but you know, the material, it's definitely more, it's a little more rubbery, very grippy, but it's probably for the purpose of the bike, which is an adventure bike, ready to see the off-road. I gotta see how many miles are on this, because the tire, how many miles are on this puppy. We got a little bit of tire wear, which isn't to be, well, 1,300 miles. Maybe it's not so bad. I'm seeing this, the way that this is designed with that centerpiece there. But overall, I'd say the fit and finish of the bike is good. Tires, we'll see what they're like. You know, it still comes with a center stand, which is really nice. Still has a little bit of a kind of a crash bar built in. You have inverted forks, you have LED lighting, really nice lighting, a nice display. Unfortunately, on my phone here that I'm recording this part with, it flickers. Of course, it doesn't look like that when you're riding the bike, but the display, you know, it's not quite as good as other brands I've seen, but for this type of display, I think it's actually pretty nice. It doesn't have a large delay or anything like that. Pretty smooth animations, you know, nice and bright and vibrant. So and otherwise, the way the bike looks, I mean, overall, it's a really nice looking bike. It's you can tell it's a Himalayan. You know, it definitely looks kind of similar to the original, but more modern for sure. More modern engine. I'll have the specs posted below on weight and horsepower, because quite frankly, I don't exactly remember. I think it's around 50-ish horsepower, but I can tell you from the short quarter mile that I've ridden it to this location, it feels revier than I remember the 411 being. Definitely will grab RPM faster, but like the old 411 was kind of more tractor-like in my opinion, where this is definitely more modern and revier than that one was. So seat height's nice and low. You know, it's a lot of people will be able to fit on this bike, and again, everything feels good. It's a comfortable position. Bar height is good, but let's throw a leg over this guy, take it for a quick ride, and see what it's like on the road and maybe a little off the road. All right, it's been a while since I've filmed anything, and I feel somewhat out of practice, but let's fire this baby up. All right, so I see there's a mode button here right now. Let's see if I can go through that. Okay, so you got ride mode, performance with ABS on. You got performance ABS for the rear off. Then we have eco with ABS and eco without rear ABS. So we're gonna go performance with the rear ABS off. Fires right up, seems to run nice. Again, the switch gear feels nice, high-low, interesting kind of thing there. Horns look good. One thing I'll show you real quick, you have this little toggle here, and it's somewhat intuitive, but not quite. Once you're going through your trip and everything here, there's no way to get back except for this one right here, where your finger is, your pointer finger. That's your back button. It took me a while the first time to figure that out, so we're gonna go back and go through the fun way. I think the air pressure in this front tire was a little low when I got on it, so I don't know if they did that because someone was off-roading it or what the deal was, but Ooh, yeah, there's a boat there, but we'll make it. Feels nice, feels fairly light. Definitely hear that intake noise, huh? 6-speed, gearing seems pretty nice. Definitely not as torque as what we're used to and some of the other stuff, but it will rev out a little bit more. Good thing that guy pulled out in front of me, I guess. Kept me honest as the police go by. Nice feeling, like I said, riding position, like where my arms are and everything, my seating position, my feet placement. I'm 5'11". I fit on here nicely. I think it's a comfortable bike, definitely comfortable. I like the fact that it has a lower seat height because I am still pretty much a beginner off-roader. My experience comes from my TW that I used to have. A bike that I miss having. This would actually be, so far, one of the better replacements. Alright, we're in second gear, 5,000 RPM. It goes alright. Not bad, power-wise. Yeah, she's not a lugger. Fifth gear, 3,000 RPM at 30. You know, it kind of chugs a little bit. Fourth gear, drop it down one gear and it'll kind of smoothly move away. I don't know who owns this property. Let's see what it looks like though. You've been back here before. In a side hill, which is not too extreme, but rear tire, I don't, you know, this is fairly hard packed. You can see I'm really blazing a trail. Normally I'm riding over there where it's mowed, but since they mowed it, that tells me that those people take care of their property. This guy don't care. So get loose. Pictures getting me. So one thing I'll say here, oh man, it feels nice in the corners. That's not what I was going to say, but I will definitely say that. Yeah, it feels good in the corners. But that display, so I'm wearing I have a iridium tinted shield on, and I don't know what the screen is set at. I think it's set to auto for brightness, but being that white face and everything else is basically black, there's nice contrast. It's very easy for me to see. The tachometer, it's very basic looking, but extremely functional. There's certain bikes that I've ridden that have these newer full color displays that sometimes they're not always the easiest to read. This you can read. Suspension feels good. I mean, we're on the street, so of course an adventure bike like this, I would expect it to ride comfortably. There's 1,300 miles on this bike, so unlike other ones that I've demoed, this one is fully through its break-in period, so we can give her a little bit more beans. I hit the rev limiter in first at right around 8 grand, and then I was able to take it above 8,000 RPM in second. So that's different. This is very overgrown out here too. This is actually our property. Own all of that and all of that. But it looks like no one's been out here in a while, so maybe not the best place to really try. And it's too far for me to go on those trails, so we probably won't be doing too much off-roading today. Someone went trailblazing through here. Must have been for the doing service on the billboard. Yep, they were working on the billboard, doing something. It's hard to tell what kind of humps are in all this tall grass. Now this is very mild stuff, very easy stuff. And honestly, I think a lot of adventure owners, they don't do a whole lot of crazy off-road. And there are the ones that are very talented and they do, but weight-wise, this bike feels light. It has the power that it needs for this class of bike. I think they got a good one here. And I liked the original Himalayan. I wish it had more engine, and this is better suspended and has more engine and is still comfortable with the low seat height, so all improvements for sure. Screw it, I don't know who does all this mowing, but we're gonna figure it out. Alright, this is a little softer. Definitely softer sand and looser dirt. Let's see, this is a relatively steep hill. No problem, of course, power-wise. I've been kind of questioning the tire traction on this, but that did it extremely well. Going into some soft stuff. Doing pretty good. At low speed, But I'm a putter. on this with the power is really good. I'm not using the clutch much at all on first. Nice, very nice. I know it's very mild, but again, I think most people would, really mild. Good dip here. Oh yeah. Took that nicely. Got another big divot here. Pretty abrupt. Oh, bike does it very, very well. This is good. Very good. Well, let's do some closing remarks on this puppy. All right, folks, we're doing a little bit of a reshoot here because I was just informed about the seat on here. All right, so on the right-hand side, if you're sitting on the bikes, on the right-hand side, there's a little keyhole here. We pop the rear seat off, right? That's where our toolkit and stuff is. Then this guy just comes right up. From there, you have these two different rods that can be positioned either low or high on your seat. Now they offer two different seats for this, the standard seat and the low seat. So with the standard seat, in either way, you're getting about 20 millimeters of seat travel or difference in height. So with the low seat, your range is 805 millimeters to 825 millimeters, and then in this case it'd be 825 to 845. So right now we were running the seat when I rode it at the highest position. Right now the seat is at the lowest position with the standard seat. You just set it back like that, pop your rear seat on, which is, I'm doing all this with one hand so you can see how easy it is, and away you go. Your seat height is adjusted. Really cool feature. All right, I just got back from my ride on the Himalayan 450, and very impressed, very happily impressed with this guy. Like I said, I had pretty high expectations for it. I thought it was going to be pretty good, and it did not disappoint. Fitment on it, fit and finish, especially riding it now. The couple little nitpicky things that I had about the switchgear, I think that's kind of a non-issue. I mean, everything feels really good. Everything's responsive. The fueling of this thing, the way that the engine responds and everything while you're riding it, is very good. Like I said, in first gear, me lugging around, not really using much clutch to do things, the engine just carries you through it. It's not the torquiest engine out there, but it is definitely ample for what it's designed to do. So I think the gearing is very good. It's a capable bike. This is something that you could ride on the highway, no problem. It's very nice. Tires is the only thing I think that, I would put a more aggressive tire on it for me, for the type of riding that I want to do. But if you're not going to do much off-road stuff at all, if I owned this bike, I would do more stuff that's a little more serious than what we were doing. But if you're not going to do much off-road, then you're fine. This thing is very fun on the street. It's flickable. It's fun in the corners. Look at this, the shock as far as the preload goes. I had that thing cranked down to almost the lowest setting there. I'm a bigger dude. I've lost a little bit of weight over the summer, but I'm still a bigger dude, right around that 250 mark. So I thought the suspension was nice. So good job, Royal Enfield. Very good job as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I'll get this guy uploaded. Let me know what you guys think of this bike. Is this something that you're considering, something that's on your radar, or maybe something that you didn't realize existed? There's a lot of reviews on this guy already out there. I'm kind of late to the game, but yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. I think it's cool. Thank you guys and ladies for watching, and hope to see you in another video.